Good morning, YouTubians. It's Comet's Ghost. You can call me Alan, and it's a Blu-ray hunting Monday, and it's bitter cold. There's whispers of snow in the air, and I'm filming this in a piss-ridden phone booth. And it's times like this I'm glad I don't have my sense of smell anymore. Anyway, we're going to head up to HMV first. Now, there are a couple of titles that I picked up during the week which came out last week. Now, I could have picked them up from Amazon, but I thought I'd get them from HMV because you've got to support the local high street. Okay, they were a little bit dearer than Amazon were putting them out, but as I said, if you don't support the high street, it's going to disappear, people. So get into HMV and start buying films. Okay, so what else is out today? There's Only Fools and Horses, a couple of Matt Damon films, a few 4Ks, and a lot of others. I'm going to pick up 3 of those titles. So going to head up to town, get a nice hot coffee from somewhere, and then I'll take you home and show you what I picked up. Obviously going to film what is out in between. So let's head up to town now. I'll see you all in a bit. Before I take you up to HMV, I thought I'd squeeze in a little bit of history. This is the Old Town Hall in Brighton, and there's a blue plaque on this wall which I will show you, and it's that of Henry Solomon, who was a London watchmaker, a Jewish man who was appointed chief constable, the highest rank in the force at the time, on the 18th of May 1838. But this poor man was bludgeoned to death with a poker by a 23-year-old man called John Lawrence over the theft of a bit of carpet, and Queen Victoria herself gave £50 to the welfare of his wife and children. Okay, so we're out of the cold and we're in McDonald's. Is there any better place to be other than HMV, of course? And here we go, festive cup, nice red one today. Lovely latte to start the day. Can't beat those Arabica beans. And there is that disgusting ice cream cone of a Christmas tree. Oh, don't get me started on those festive decorations, or shall I say excuse for decorations in Brighton Mall. There's a manager on the left-hand side, very nice guy. And over to new and trending this week. And the first release we are seeing is The Last Duel, Disney Buena Vista release, directed by Sir Ridley Scott. Didn't do very well at the box office. This is in 2 for $20, or you can go for the DVD in here, 2 for $16 or $9.99 each. No 4K of this today. And the next one is Stillwater with Matt Damon, and this 2 for $20 on the Blu-rays is a great deal. That's much better than you're going to get on Amazon, saving you a good $5 per film if you match it up with another one. There it is, available also on DVD. Again, no 4K release for this one. The next one is Rise of the Foot Soldiers Origins from 2021. Stars Vinnie Jones, Terry Stone and Craig Fairbrass. So yours for $12.99, or you can plumb for the DVD. There is also a box set containing all the films, but the DVD is priced at $9.99. Next is the TV season of Fear the Walking Dead, the complete 6th season. This goes for $29.99. It's 738 minutes. Or you could go for the DVD. Again, no 4K release of this. The DVD is priced just a $5 cheaper at $24.99. Next is the Only Fools and Horses 80s Specials Digipack. This is priced at $34.99 and it's essentially 5 TV movies. Here's a film I forgot to show a couple of weeks ago. It's Naked. It's a BFI release directed by Mike Leigh, 132 minutes from 1993, and stars Leslie Sharp. Next is the Arrow release of Rainer Werner Fassbinder Collection. This is volume 2, contains 5 movies which ran from 1974 through to 1978. Runtime of 563 minutes and yours for just $49.99. Next is the BFI release of The Spoilers from 1942, 87 minutes for this one. Stars Marlene Dietrich, Randolph Scott, John Wayne and Harry Carey, and it's about gold miners up in Alaska. And in a strange coincidence, Pittsburgh from BFI's release, again from 1942, and again starring Marlene Dietrich, Randolph Scott and John Wayne, and instead of gold miners this time, they're coal miners, so not a big jump. Next, we have a release in the Criterion section. It's Menace to Society. This is a digipack. It's on 1993, 97 minutes and priced at $25.99, and it stars Jada Pinkett Smith. Next is a music documentary called Zappa, released through Altitude Film Distribution in 2020, and it looks at the life of musician Frank Zappa. Yours for just £15.99. Next in the Criterion section, we have a Jean-Pierre Melville release of La Samurai. It's from 1967, it's 105 minutes, and it tells of a nightclub owner who is assassinated and the assassin becomes hunted. Next from 101 Films is Hell Night, a slasher from 1981. It's 102 minutes and it tells of college pledges that go to a mansion and are killed off one by one. by an old family member, $15.99. Next is the Lionsgate Films release of The Outpost on 2020, 123 minutes. Got a good cast in this. Got Caleb Landry Jones, who is the voice of the robot in Finch. You've got Scott Eastwood and Orlando Bloom. But it's another Taliban fighting soldiers war film. Next is The Evil of Frankenstein. This is a final entertainment cut from 1964, 84 minutes, and it stars Peter Cushing and priced at just £10.99. I think I'm going to have to go back up and get this myself. In the anime section now, we have Code Geass Akito, the Exiled OVA series, limited edition from Manga Home Entertainment. This is priced at $36.99, and there is another edition available. And here it is. This is the smaller set. It's a TV miniseries, 290 minutes, which ran from 2012 to 2016, released through Funimation Entertainment, and yours for just $29.99. Next is Neon Genesis Evangelion. This is a HMV exclusive anime limited from 1995 through to 1997. It's 3 movies with a runtime of 624 minutes. Sorry, no price on it. In the 4K section now, we have Breathless, or as the French call it, A Bout de Souffle. It's from 1960, 90 minutes, and it is directed by Jean-Luc Godard. Not my cup of tea, seen it a few times. Next is The Howling. This got a release today as a combo, 4K and Blu-rays from 1981 from Studio Canal, 91 minutes, and I'm not sure if that's a price or not, but you have to take it to the till. Also released today is the combo pack of Akira. You get the 4K and Blu-ray. It's released through Funimation Entertainment. It's from 1988 and 124 minutes and priced at $19.99, and that cover is beautiful. Next is the Steelbook of Rick and Morty Season 5, released through Warner Brothers. This season ran from 2020 through to 2021. Very funny show, $19.99. And the last thing to show you is the David Lynch film Mulholland Drive. This is a 20th anniversary collector's edition from Studio Canal. It was released in 2001. It's 147 minutes and yours for £39.99. Hey everybody, welcome back. These are the pickups of this week, so let's take a look and see what I picked up. So the first one is the Only Fools and Horses 80s special box set, which features The Hollenbach, Royal Flush, Frog's Legacy, Dates, and the Jolly Boys Outing. These all aired on TV from 1985 through to 1989. It's got a runtime of 445 minutes. Do I have to tell you who's in this? Probably not. Now I will point out, written on the back, it says this content was originally broadcast from 1985 to 1989 and reflects the language and attitudes of the time. Brilliant. So in other words, if you're offended, don't watch it and piss off. This is pure comedy gold. Hopefully the seasons will get a release very soon as well. I would say 35 quid for what is essentially 5 movies is pretty reasonable. Del Boy and Modders, Uncle Albert were some of the best characters on TV in the 80s, along with Trigger, Boycie, Marlene, Denzel, Grandad, Mickey Pierce, Cassandra and Raquel. Each and every one very memorable. Let's open it up and see what you get for your money. So there's a bit of a flimsy box. It's a fold out digipack. It's been put onto 3 discs. There's a booklet, a merchandise leaflet and art cards. So that was the Only Fools and Horses 80s specials. So next up we have the first of 2 Matt Damon films. This one, Still Walter, is from 2021. It's a crime drama. Now in this you've got Matt Damon playing Bill Baker and Abigail Breslin playing his daughter Alison. She's been in France in prison for the past 5 years for killing her roommate Lena. So the story follows Bill as he travels to France to see his daughter and try to prove her innocence. So it becomes a kind of whodunit crime investigation film. It's directed by Tom McCarthy, who not only wrote Up and $1 Million Arm, great films, but he also directed Spotlight, which is an incredible movie. Highly recommend that one. It's got a runtime of 2 hours 19 minutes and it looks really good from the trailers and reviews I've seen. You can't go wrong really with these 2 actors. I'd say you're onto a safe bet. Let's open it up and take a look inside. Cover and the slip are exactly the same. And there's artwork on the disc. So that was Still Walter. So the next one is The Last Duel, and it sees Matt Damon back once again working with Ben Affleck, although Ben isn't a main character in this film. It's a Disney Buena Vista release, 152 minutes, so quite a lengthy watch, and it's set in the 1300s in France. So that's 2 Matt Damon films, both set in France, albeit 700 years apart. The film itself is split into 3 chapters leading up to a duel. The duel's brought about because Matt Damon's wife in the film accuses someone of raping her, and Matt Damon challenges them to a duel. Now, I'm not going to embarrass myself with the mispronunciation of their French characters, so I'll stick with the actors' names themselves. Matt's wife is played by Jodie Comer from Free Guy. The person she accuses of raping her is Adam Driver, Kylo Ren himself. And each of the chapters leading up to the duel are told from the perspective of the main characters. You've got Matt, then Jodie, and then Adam. Film's directed by Ridley Scott, or Sir Ridley Scott I should say, one of the greatest directors in my opinion. His body of work is incredible. Alien, Blade Runner, Thelma Louise, Gladiator, Black Hawk Down, Body of Lies, Martian, the list goes on. He wasn't pleased though with the box office failure. He blames millennials for not watching anything unless it's on their mobile phones. I think it lost in the region of $70 million. Anyway, let's open this up and take a look inside. Just a plain blue disc. So that was Sir Ridley Scott's The Last Duel. Next title, Black Beauty from 1971, a film based on the book of the same name by author Anna Sewell, whose father used to live in Brighton, and her character is actually played in the film by Margaret Lacey. Movie is set in England in 1856 and stars Oliver Twist himself, Mark Lester, as Joe Evans. He's the first owner of Black Beauty, and at the start of the film, Joe's just a child. And in a similar way to Warhorse, Beauty has quite a colourful life, goes from owner to owner, and it sort of follows his life, if you like. First owner is, after Joe that is, the local squire, who dies quite quickly. Beauty then ends up in the hands of some Irish travellers, and he's raced. From there, he's taken by the army for military service. Then he becomes like a circus animal with some Spanish traders, and he learns some tricks. Then he goes on to haul coal. He can become sick, and then makes his way back to the original owner, Joe. It's directed by James Hill, who made the Wurzel Gummidge Show back in the early 80s, late 70s, and this is the second release of this film. The first one was put out by Odeon back in 2012, I believe, and it's now out of print. So thanks to Medium Rare Entertainment for re-releasing this. I actually love this film. Sort of grew up with these kind of films in the 70s. 106 minutes. Let's take a look inside. And there's artwork on the disc as well. Hooray! So that was Black Beauty from 1971. Next and last is A Christmas Carol from 2020, released through Dazzler Media, and I have to say I know very little about this particular adaptation of the story. I do know the story. It's my favourite novel, which I read every single year without fail. It's the story of redemption, and it involves ghosts, time travel, and festive cheer. What is not to love? Very forward thinking by the author Charles Dickens, who wrote the story in 1843 and funded the project himself. The book was illustrated by John Leach, who actually lived in Brighton at the time, quite near my house I believe, and I think I featured it in one of my videos. This is narrated by Welsh actress Dame Jane Phillips, who starred in Goodbye Mr. Chips, where she was nominated for a Golden Globe. But in this, she is the grandmother and narrator. You got Michael Nunn, who plays the infamous Ebenezer Scrooge, which is voiced by Sir Simon Russell Beale, I believe. Kerry Mulligan is the voice of Belle. Martin Freeman is the voice of Bob Cratchit, and Andy Serkis provides the voice of Marley's ghost. There are separate voice actors to the actual actors playing the physical roles, and having watched the trailer, it looks really interesting. They're kind of like an interpretation dance with the characters, and the voices are overlaid on top. Really looking forward to this. Got a runtime of 96 minutes. Let's open it up, take a look inside. There is artwork on the disc. So that is the 2020 release of A Christmas Carol. So that was it. Do you have any of those titles, or plan to pick any up, or just want to leave a comment? Then do so down below and I will get back to you, I promise. Give the video a thumbs up, really does help the channel, and subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? And on that note, all that's left to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.